Hey, this is Uncle from Tactical Gamer. Last tutorial I showed you how to create a zone that player would be teleported out of. This tutorial I'm going to show you how to create a spot where your respawns will be able to go up to a flagpole, let's say, and teleport to a vehicle that you've placed on the map. The premise I'm going to use here is that we're going to teleport up to basically like an MHQ, if you remember the domination missions. So I'm going to call this MHQ. Place it up over here, and then if this is my base, alright, create an empty, let's say, object flags. And on this, I'm going to go add action port MHQ dot sorry, the first thing in an add action is what's going to show up on the screen when you scroll your middle mouse wheel. And then the script is going to call. Okay, so now my flagpole will be sitting here, and it'll have an add action on it, which I will be able to use. And it'll call a script, which I now have to write, which will place me into the MHQ, which I've named MHQ. Alright, back to our script editing program. Actually, I'm back to my file browser, because I have to create that script in the first place. Teleport MHQ SQF and edit it in Notepad++. Okay, for this version, because I used an add action, the add action returns three variables, and I'm going to store them because I always like to store it anyway, just so I have it for later. So first thing it is going to return whenever you use any action is what the add action was put on. So unit equals this select 0, because it always returns the unit that had the add action on it first. Next thing it returns is what unit called the add action, 1, and then it returns the ID, which is the number, and from top to bottom, your add actions that show up. So if the first one would be teleport MHQ, it's going to show teleport. Then it's going to show teleport MHQ. It would be the 0 ID number. If it was the third in the list, it would be the ID number would be 2. Okay, so teleport ID equals this select 2. All right. Now, what I want to do is say, I want to know, very simple. Okay, I'm just going to say caller move in cargo and MHQ. And that should just put them into the back of the MHQ, and that's the end of it. Let's give it a shot. As you can see, I now have my NATO flag and my MHQ over there. I should have an option now to teleport to the MHQ, and it places me in the back of the cargo. So there is another teleport option that you could then redeploy a base, reload out, and use this vehicle as a mobile respawn point.